What's up, YouTube? It's your guy Rich, aka Richie Fit. Y'all already know what to do about that, man. And if you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me down below. I release one video every other day. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. So make sure you turn those notifications on so you know exactly, and I mean exactly, when the next video drops. And to all of my new subscribers, man, thank you so much for all of the love and the support, man. Love all of the comments as well, man. But anyway, welcome to the information station, ladies and gentlemen. Let's take off.
3, 2, 1, 0, and lift off.
I'm pretty sure you guys read the title and was like, man, what's going on? I had another video that I was going to release to you guys today when I got home from the gym, but something happened in the gym today, and I just had to talk about it with you guys, man. But anyway, so I'm in the gym today, right? I'm working chest. Yes, I work chest on a Wednesday. I don't like to work chest on Mondays because I have to wait for benches and all that stuff, and everybody in the world is working chest on Monday, so I wait until like Wednesday or something to hit chest. But anyway, I'm working chest, and I'm going really light, you know, and I noticed that people are looking at me funny, and it took me a moment, but then I realized why. And it was because I was going extremely light. Why do people think that you're weak when you go light? Like, why is weakness associated with lifting light weight? You know, we have a lot of people who ego lift. Like, the amount of ego lifters that I see all the time and I hear about is just like insane. But anyway, I just wanted to bring you guys some benefits of lifting light, man. And one of those benefits is the mind to muscle connection. See, what people fail to realize is that when you're lifting heavy, you're not necessarily thinking about what muscle is moving the weight. You're just trying to move it. Let's just put it that way. For example, bench press. If you're going heavy on bench press, let's say you're going, you know, 315 or 405. We'll say 315. 315 on the bench. You're not concerned about whether or not your chest is moving that weight. For the average person. Like, there are some stronger guys out there, you know, that can really focus on working the chest while going that heavy. But for the average person, you're not going to be able to focus on really contracting that chest and squeezing that muscle in order to get that weight off of your chest. You're just focused on getting the weight off of your chest. And when you go light, you can really focus on, okay, am I squeezing my chest? Yes. Are my shoulders activating too much? Okay, no. Are my triceps trying to take over? Okay, no. You can't do that when you go extremely heavy. You can only do that when you go light. And I think people don't do that enough. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. You have people like Kai Green, like one of the best bodybuilders of all time, talk about the mind to muscle connection, how important it is. And when you have a good mind to muscle connection, like, the amount of exercises that you can do expands drastically. For example, the dumbbell pullover. You know, when you're lying down on the bench, you got the dumbbell, you know, above your head. Let's pretend that I'm lying flat. You can pull the dumbbell here above your chest. You can either work your chest in doing that, or you can take your chest out of it and you can work your lats. But if you don't have that mind to muscle connection, you can't do that. And that can translate to many different exercises. When you have a good mind and muscle connection, you can do a lot more exercises than the average person can do, because you know how to activate different muscles on command. But when you're focused on lifting heavy all the time, you can't really do that. Another benefit of lifting light is the safety. And this kind of you know, piggybacks on what I just was talking about, is the safety of it. Because when you do return to going heavy, you're using the right muscle groups. For example, on bench, after going light and making sure that you're using your chest and you're you're not overloading your shoulders or using them too much, when you start going heavy again, you don't have to worry about that. Because you already have that already have that good mind to muscle connection, so you can shut down that front delt, so to speak, somewhat, and you really use that chest so you don't injure your shoulder in that bench press. But people don't focus on that, man, and it's crazy. Another thing I wanted to touch on is there's 3 different ways muscles grow, okay? And by lifting light, you hit 2 of those pathways, okay? Those 2 pathways are the pump. We all know who Arnold Schwarzenegger is. If you don't know him, Google him. You'll find tons and tons of information. Amazing bodybuilder back in the day. Incredible physique. But anyway, he kind of made the pump popular. And it's what he always spoke on.
The greatest feeling you can get in a gym, or the most satisfying feeling you can get in the gym, is the pump. Let's say you train your biceps. Blood is rushing into your muscles, and that's what we call the pump.
And most gym goers or fit fam out there, you know what the pump is. When you're lifting and your muscles get engorged with blood, and you're looking jacked and ripped and all that good stuff, that's one of the ways the muscles grow, okay? Another way is metabolic stress. And what that is, for example, when that lactic acid is building up within the muscle. And you only really achieve that by going light and doing higher reps. You don't achieve that by the lower rep ranges when you're going heavy, okay? When you go light and do a lot of those reps, that lactic acid starts to build up and that burning sensation starts to take over. There was a study or a scientist who took some lactic acid and he put it on a muscle cell. And you know what happened? That muscle cell slowly began to grow. He didn't do anything else to it. He simply just put lactic acid on that muscle cell, and it started to grow. That alone, ladies and gentlemen, speaks on how important that lactic acid is when we talk about training, man. Another thing is the endurance aspect of it. When you go light and you do a lot of reps, you're building endurance. And endurance can help you in all aspects of life. There's a lot of people who don't have great endurance, man. But going light and doing those high rep ranges, man, can improve that endurance and that cardiovascular health. And on top of that, can help you with that fat loss. I mean, who can't shed a few pounds here or there? You know what I mean? Like, last thing I wanted to touch on, guys, is that another benefit of going light is the fact that you can go through a full range of motion. Full ROM. And I know you guys are like, what? Why is that even? And I've done my research, guys. There was a study where these scientists took 2 groups of people, right? They took one group of people and they showed them how to properly go through the full range of motion of exercises. And they told them to only do those exercises through the full range of motion, okay? And they just told another group, hey, go in, lift heavy, don't, just do your thing. Go in and lift heavy. Throw around some weight. And after about 18 weeks, guess who had bigger muscles? The group that went through the full range of motion had bigger muscles than the group that was lifting heavy all the time. It was because of the full range of motion, guys. Full range of motion is highly important. And when you're going heavy, once again, you're not concerned about whether you're going through the full range of motion. You're not concerned about what muscle groups you're using. You're just concerned about moving the weight. All right, guys. Now, going heavy does have its benefits, and I will make a video on that as well. But don't be afraid to go light, ladies and gentlemen. That's my main takeaway point. Don't be afraid to go light. People are gonna, have their opinions. People are gonna look at you funny. People are gonna laugh. They're gonna snickle. But guess what? I don't care. Your only competition you have is the person you were yesterday. That is your only competition. Point blank, period. There is no other competition other than the person you were yesterday. Be better than the person you were yesterday, and that's all you need to be concerned about. That's going in today's video, man. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Let's make today count, ladies and gentlemen. Let's make today count. Make sure you're better than the person you were yesterday. I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.